Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Dilek Ertek. She was a businesswoman, I suppose you can say. She was the owner of a Tiffany and Company jewelry shop in Turkey. So let's listen to a quick little clip right after I say the copyright disclaimer. All right, under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976, allowances is made for the fair use for the purposes such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and or research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. I'm going to be able to memorize that thing. All right.
News coming in showed that the 74-year-old Dilek Ertek, a business prominent personnel from Turkey, has died dead, and this was confirmed under the observation of the ship where she accidentally fell into a sea during her holiday in Tahiti. But the investigation are still going on further. But condolences to the family and friends. Experts are now doing all their best to discover everything.
His accent is killing me, so I'm just gonna read a little bit. How about that? All right. Tiffany's jewelry tycoon 71 plunges to her death from a Norwegian Spirit cruise ship at 3 a.m. off the coast of Tahiti. As it is revealed, gems were stolen from her cabin, and her boyfriend took 20 hours to report her missing. I have reports that they held him for 3 days and then they let him go. He went back home to Turkey. All right. Let's read a little more. A tycoon who owns Tiffany jewelry empire in Turkey has died after plunging to her death from a cruise ship during a South Sea island holiday. Dilek Ertek, 71, the distributor of Tiffany in Turkey for more than 20 years, fell into the South Pacific. Wait, did I say that right? Fell into the South Pacific off the coast of Tahiti from the Norwegian Spirit on October the 26th. Now, she actually boarded this ship on the 24th. All right, let's go down a little bit. There she is there. Now, it's surprising that she was a very attractive young woman. Well, a very attractive older woman. You know, can you imagine having it all being the owner of a Tiffany and Company's jewelry store in Turkey? It's quite the life. Now, just to get into a little bit, now this is the ship that she fell off of right here. It's a pretty big ship. I personally am scared of boats. I don't do boats or bridges. There's no lollygagging around on the water. All right, so let's get into it. Okay. All right, Spirit, so gather around. Wait, my bell was over here. All right, Spirit, gather around, holy angels, ancestors, and spirit guides, because tonight we are going on a really big boat trip because we want to know exactly how Dilek Ertek found her way into the South Pacific Ocean. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, what was she doing on the big old boat? Her birthday just passed. It was on November the 5th. So she got on the boat. She boarded the boat on October the 24th of 2022. She was going to have a week-long cruise. Then they were going to get off of the ship in Tahiti on November the 5th to celebrate her birthday. So they get on board the ship on October the 24th. Everything seems normal. I suppose it's just her and her male companion who was 74 years old. Ooh, got a flipper. Who was 74 years old. And he was, all right, and we have some more. It's quite a bit. So we take the top and the bottom. Now, if too many come out, I'll take the top and the bottom. And if they fall to the floor, I'll take the ones that fall face down. And I like to start with 4 or more. So far, we got 3. So we still need 1 more. All right, back to the story. I'm going to switch decks. That was the Beauty of Horror deck. Now we're going to switch over and use the Omega Land deck. All right, now what I was saying is her 74-year-old companion was questioned for 3 days, and they held him on the boat. But then they couldn't, prove or anything, so they let him go. And he went home to Turkey. So he's free. And her son came from... No, actually, I take that back. The 70-year-old male companion did not go home to Turkey. He went home to Switzerland. The son came from Turkey. And it was the son who determined that some of his mother's belongings and jewelry and things like that were missing. So they ran the footage back, and the captain, Mustafa Khan, said that it is about impossible to fall off of that type of boat because all of the balconies have really thick glass that goes all the way up to the waist, and sometimes the chest of even smaller people. So, you're not just accidentally, and there we have our 4th card. You're not just accidentally falling off of this big old boat. So they ran back all the footage, and they seen a shadowy figure, I suppose, that had to have the same shape and build as Dilek, because they determined that it was her who had went overboard at 3 a.m. So the question I have is, and I'm sure the question you have is, did she have help? Did she have help getting over that edge? And where are her stolen belongings? All right, so we have our 4 cards. Let's get started. Now, right away, we have a King of Cups here. And I must say, all 4 of the cards that came up, they're all male except for just one is a female. And I'm going to clarify as I go. So let's have a look and see what's here. So we have a suspect, the 74-year-old male companion. They're pointing out that this person has drink in one hand. Yeah, the drink in this hand. But in this hand here, they have like this cane thing, which may give them the appearance of being like old and frail person. Like they can barely get around, let alone throw somebody off a balcony. So let's clarify the drinking and the cane. And to do that, we are going to use the Edgar Allan Poe deck. All right, Spirit, you've shown me on October the 26th. I'm sorry, I forgot to say when the window opened or closed. My apologies. She goes off of the boat at 3 a.m. So let's open the window up at 1 a.m. So we only have, it's only going to be a 3-hour window. The window is going to open at 1 a.m. and the window is going to close at 3 a.m. when she goes off the boat. No, let's close the window at 4 a.m. because it's probably going to give them, we got to give the people about an hour's worth of time to rifle through her belongings and find whatever it is they want to take. So the window opens at 1 a.m. on October the 26th on 2022. We are on board the Norwegian Spirit cruise ship. We are off the coast of Tahiti. All right. So, Spirit, you show me a man here who has some sort of a frailty to him or a limp, something that causes him to need a cane. But you also have shown me that this same man has been drinking on this day of October the 26th. We are somewhere between, she hasn't gone off the boat yet. We're somewhere between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. So you show me this man with the, oh, here we go. It's 3. It's not too many. Because I really want to know what's going on. And what do you know? They're showing us a boat. Look at here. It's a boat. Sure enough. And it's like a whirlpool right here. And we have a man on side the balcony or on looking over. So Mr. Walk with a Cane was on the boat. Well, we knew he was on the boat, but now he's really on the boat. Spirit has placed him on the boat. And they're showing his energy. What's this man? Is he trying to signal over to the other boat? Because he could have just been and threw something down in that black hole here. All right. Now, the first card that came out when I was trying to get his energy, because that's what we were after, was the energy. The card that was on top was this Three of Swords card, which is all about heartbreak. You know, someone got their feelings hurt. And it's just that. There's some hurt feelings here. Now, these aren't like, as I'm looking at, they're not hurt feelings like, you know, I don't like you, I don't want to be with you, you know, I don't find you attractive anymore. These hurt feelings center around someone being told no. Like, no, you can't have the keys to this, or no, I'm not going to finance that. No. But also we have, because you got to think, Dilek was getting ready for her 72nd birthday. She didn't have time to be catering to him. So her energy shows up here as well. You know, of course, since it's her birthday party, she had plans to probably meet up with some of her female friends. And, you know, they were going to celebrate like it was no tomorrow in the coast of Tahiti. And here Mr. Walks with a Cane is over here being mad because she done told him no. All right, Spirit, thank you. Now, let's move along. The next card that came out was the Justice card. Now, as you can see, this young fellow here is sitting in the electric chair. Yeah, look at that. We're to fry him up real good, are you? Spirit's a mess. Okay, let's see what's on here. Just like I thought. You see the way these I can't even get it out. The way these skulls over here are kind of peeping around the side. Like they're just barely looking over. Here, these ones. Yeah, these ones. This here is giving me a sense of surprise. Like, you know, sneaking up on a person or waiting for a person to be in position. And it's very interesting because I think this might be the only card I have out of all of these cards that actually show somebody peeking from behind a big chair. Now, I do have cards that show people being spied on and looked at through windows and stuff like that. But this is giving me the energy of sneaking up behind a person. So let's clarify. And to do that, I'm going to use the Tarot in Wonderland deck. All right, Spirit, it's October the 26th. We are on board the Norwegian Spirit cruise ship. We are with Dilek Ertek. She's getting ready for her 72nd birthday party. She's going to have herself a really nice time on Tahiti Island. But as you know, she fell into the water or was pushed into the water on October the 26th. Now, right now, we are... Oh. This came out. Let's see. I was about to say right now you're looking at somebody being snuck up on. But again with the water. See, now it's like one cup has been saved or held back, but everything else is thrown in. Except for the one. We are in the right place for sure. And we're asking about the energy of someone sneaking up on someone. It's given she was pushed in this water. It's definitely given pushed. But all right. Spirit, now I'm gonna get this whole question out, please. You show me someone peeking from around something or someone sneaking up on someone. Tell me more about the person's energy who is doing the sneaking and the creeping. What is their energy like? What is their energy like of the person who is doing the sneaking? No? Not in there? I guess they already gave us one from that deck. The card that had the 3 cups. All right. Let's move on to this card. This card is the 6 of coins. And we have the beggars down here. But that's not what's important. To me, what's important about this card is the way this man is standing over the woman here. But also now that he's standing over this woman over here, he has the money to give to this person. You see, if he's 74, he has some grown children somewhere that was probably asking him for things because he goes with the wealthy woman. Now that we got her down here, he's able to free up some money to give to these people. All right, so now I have the natural question of, was this planned in advance and who all was doing the planning? All right, now to answer that question, we are going to go back to the Omega Land deck. All right, Spirit, thank you. You shown me a man that is now able to give charity away. You shown me a man that now has acquired some sort of disposable income. You've also showed me the same man looking down at the woman. What I want to know is, were these activities planned before the ship cruise? Spirit, was Dilek Ertek going over the railing and into the water? Was this a planned event, or was it spur of the moment? Was the plan... Ooh, here we go. All right. So the card that came out is the Ace of Swords, and yes, it was planned. The Ace of Swords is all about forethought. You see, he has the weapon here, but before you can even get the weapon out and ready to go and aim it, you have to think about where you want to go. And it's forethought. And forethought is when you think about something ahead of time. So I just gotta make, just because then it answered the question just a little too darn perfect. But if I'm not thinking correctly, Ace of Swords is forethought. Yup, see? Ace of Swords. See the word thought? Yup. This was premeditated. That poor woman. I hope he got what he needed so badly. Now the last card, the very last card here is Dilek, Ertek's energy herself. She's showing up as the high priestess. He has her luggage and everything here. It looks like she's checking off some sort of a list here in her lap because, her birthday was coming up. She's going to celebrate. These are her belongings. So now, since we have her belongings here, let's ask who went in them. Even though we about know who went in them. The 74-year-old man did. What should we ask, though? She had to be terrified when she went over. So I don't want to ask about her energy. Let's ask if she had a clue that her lover was going to murder her. Let's ask if she had any clue, if there was any sign of a clue at all. And to do that, I have a special treat. We're going to use the romance oracles that I normally reserve for love readings. But since we are asking about one lover killing the other, we're going to use them. All right, Spirit. So you showed me lots of things that happened on the boat and before the boat. And I see Dilek now here in front of me. Can you tell me if she had any sign or clue that her lover was going to hurt her or turn malicious when she told him no? Was there ever a clue that he was going to turn on her? Any red flags? Not in here? Oh, y'all are being really tight-lipped. All right. But all is not lost, because I have another deck that deals with love and lovers. It's tiny, though, but it has a lot of really great images in it. The Erotic Oracle. All right, Spirit. What I'm wanting to know is, did Dilek, I don't know if her name is pronounced Dilek or Dilek, but I think it's Dilek. Did Dilek have any clue, any inkling of a sign that her lover had turned deadly? Did he give her any? Ooh, all right. There go our answers. We're wanting to know if it was ever a clue that he was turning bad. 4 cards. This is quite a bit. All right, so I'm going to read them left to right. Well, right to left. All right, so the first card that came up is showing the Empress. You see how big she is compared to him, and he's being made to bow down. So she didn't, so far it's not showing that he was malicious, but it shows that he was a subordinate of hers. And the next card that came out again shows her being so much more bigger than the man. Look at the little bitty man on this picture. Look how little he is compared to her. So again, she's showing up really big, but the man beneath her, really, he was beneath her. All right, now the next card, this is where it gets interesting. This card, the 7 of Waters, is in the description of it, it says like present danger. Like, she's showering with this door open, knowing that, at any moment somebody could walk in and, I guess have their way or do what they want to do. So she knows that something can happen here. And we're asking the question of, was there a sign or any clue that he had turned violent or malicious or deadly? So there may have been a sharp word, or there may have been a slammed door. But this last one here, this is definitely the nail in the coffin. You see how the woman is clinging to this man's erection. Now, she's 71, about to be 72. Females don't really have that problem that men have where our equipment stops working. Because, you look, throw a little water or something on there, everything's going to be just fine. But men, on the other hand, they have to use all these devices and take medicine and doing all of that. So it's given impotent. And, being impotent can sometimes, play games in the man's head, I suppose. To where you can't find your value as, what good are you to, to the womankind, I suppose. She already has more money than you, and now your penis doesn't work. Well, I'm sure that's been like that for decades. Enough. I'm going to leave it there. I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.